We're in a new age of art where artists have to sell themselves short for the sake of appeasing the algorithms of social media. All the time, artists complain about this change, how Instagram isn't favoring photos anymore, and it's getting harder and harder to grow on the platform. Most artists I've seen say this is a turn for the worst, but I disagree. Thanks to the reach that the algorithm can give us, many new and life-changing opportunities are out there for even more artists than before. If you want to put in the work and learn how to use it, you can take advantage. Here's how you can capitalize on this to make better art and make a bigger impact with your art. When I was first starting out as an artist, I was stuck. I was posting my designs on Instagram, but I wasn't growing. I didn't know what to do or how to grow and maximize my impact. I thought that if I kept posting every day, it would eventually work, but I was wrong. I didn't understand that I had to serve my audience with my art, share my story, or even start posting different types of content to help package my art for a wider audience. I was entirely focused on myself and my own success that I never even thought about my audience. Here's what to do. One of the best examples of how to make use of the algorithms is one of my favorite photographers, Westcott. What he does is very smart. He's a photographer, but packages his photography into a video format that is more accessible and is able to show other artists his workflow and thought process, something that will give others immense value and inspiration. Simply making video content based around your art is a great way to do this. Whether it's long form on YouTube or short form with Reels or TikTok, all of it can be used to help grow and get new eyes on your art. Sharing your process really helps any artist to stand out. People will become more connected to you as a person because they hear your voice and how you think, as well as seeing how you create, which is one of the most vulnerable things an artist can share. Another great example of this is Ryan Trahan, and he always talks about giving a gift to the audience and prioritizing your audience over your own creativity. And I think this is really important, especially with the algorithms, because if you always have the audience in mind, you're always going to do good. Here's how you can do it. All it takes is starting and taking a small first step, whether that is a short post on your Instagram story or posting a photo as a TikTok. Start small and work your way up. Build a habit of creating new content and find ways to help others and think about your audience. One of the ways I do it is by writing a daily art tip in the caption of every one of my posts. This helps in two ways. Gives useful insight to your audience, and it also tells Instagram that people spend more time on your content because they're reading, so your posts will get pushed more. The reason why this makes our art better is because we have no choice but to have more impact on our audience and viewers of our work by sharing these things. If we don't share, our art doesn't have as big of an impact, and people will relate to us less. There's so much great art out nowadays that the biggest thing that separates a good artist from a great artist is their story. This doesn't mean that you have to have a bad childhood and make it out. It means that the good artist stays anonymous and the great artist shares their vision, their purpose behind their art, and why they want to be successful. They share their story and impact people that way through their art. One of the hardest things as artists or entrepreneurs in general is to stay focused on your own journey. Many times I'll envy others and their success and change how I do things because I see a new shiny object, something that might get me there sooner. But this is dangerous because what another person did probably won't work for you. Everyone has different qualities and talents that we have to learn to use. We have to play to our strengths and keep upgrading the quality in our own content, not someone else's. Of course, inspiration is great, but don't get sidetracked because you're getting impatient. Just keep doing your thing, experiment, and eventually something will work out. A lot of times, I'll be lazy and fall for this idea that I can just post my artwork and become a successful artist. But I was wrong. There are plenty of great artists like Westcott who have figured it out and you could study from. As artists, we have to work hard too, just like any other business or industry. Optimize your mark and impact by sharing stories or lessons, sharing tips, your backstory, and your creative process, and you'll go much further.
Oh, damn.